Hi, I'm Chelsea, welcome back to my channel. I can't believe that it's the 1st of January, it's the new year, and I would like to set in motion some habits, goals, things like that, but I'm also very well aware that it's still the dead of winter, like it is literally smack bang in the middle of winter, and winter is a hard time for everybody, winter's a hard time for me, and I know that it is unrealistic for myself to set lofty goals when we're at the beginning of January and winter is still in full swing. But that being said, I just want to set some daily small goals that will improve my day-to-day life. And I do have a little bit of motivation purely because it is the new year. You see everybody doing their resolutions. Everybody is kind of, especially on my TikTok and YouTube, it's nice to see everybody setting goals for themselves and being positive for the new year. So I'm also trying to bring that in, but also being realistic because I know myself and I know what this time of year is like for me. So that is what this video is about. It's going to be a few little goals that I can vocalise and get them out there, and because it is a new year, so I do want to set some goals for the year, some aspirations for the year, but I also want to set for the month of January just some habits. I think that is the best way to think about it. I want to set some habits in my life. I've made a little habit tracker January challenge for myself. I was really inspired by the 75 soft, and I would really like to try the 75 soft, but I'm planning on doing it on the first day of spring. And I think that that is much more realistic for me. It's spring, everything is, you know, is lighting up. It's not getting dark at 4 o'clock in the afternoon like it is currently. And I just feel that it would be a much more beneficial thing for me to do, the 75 soft. There's no chance I'm doing the 75 hard. But yeah, I'll be doing that on the 1st of spring, and I'll be taking you guys along with me, obviously. But for January, for the time being, I've set some little goals, which I will show you now. I've used a template on Canva and just kind of put my own goals in there. I've got 6 goals. I'll put it on the screen now so you guys can see what I'm talking about. But my first one is out of bed at 7 AM on work days. So I now work 4 days a week. And for the month of January, it's peak time in travel. I work in the travel industry, and it's really crazy busy. And I just really want to make the most of my whole day and make sure that it doesn't just feel like I'm clocking into work and going to bed, which is what it feels like at the moment. There's a lot of things that, well, not a lot actually, just a few things that I'd like to incorporate in the morning before I start work. Being out of my bed at 7 AM, which is where I fall short, because set my alarm for 7 o'clock and don't get out of bed till 7:30 or 7:45 or whatever it might be. Sorry if you can hear my dog grumbling, he's been locked in the kitchen because he just runs riot when I'm trying to film. But yeah, so that's my first one, out of bed by 7 AM on work days. There's no point having that as a goal for days I'm not working because I don't get up particularly late anyway, but work days specifically, that's what I want to do. AM and PM skincare. I really got into my skincare last year? Yeah, beginning of last year, and I was being really consistent with it. I found a routine that worked quite nicely, but then I dropped off severely, and that is something I need to continue because I really want to take care of my skin, and I need to remember to put my sun cream on and to just do AM and PM skincare routine. So that's the next one. Take Samson out every day. So Samson is my dog, and he goes out in the garden, and I again have fallen off taking him on a walk or taking him to the field to throw the ball for him every single day. I got into a really good habit of it in October and November when I was taking him on a walk every single morning, and I fell off purely because of my mental health, the weather, winter. It dropped off, but it's not fair on him, so that's something that I need to put back into my routine. 1 full Stanley of water a day. I know this is less than you're supposed to drink, but it's more than I drink. And I think that's where things like big challenges automatically seem unrealistic to me, even though they're not for a lot of people, but I know myself, and I know that drinking, I don't know, 2 gallons of water or whatever it's supposed to be is just too lofty of a goal for me to just jump straight into. So I think 1 full Stanley of water a day is a really good starting point, and if I can keep up the habit of doing that, by the time spring comes around and I'm wanting to do more of a challenge, it won't be such a drastic change, which is what I want. I don't want things to be hard right out of the bat, especially when I'm already having a little bit of a tough time. So 1 full Stanley of water a day, 30 minutes of movement a day. So I have signed up for the gym. I'm really excited. It's a new gym opening in my area, and it doesn't open till the 4th of January, so that's on Thursday, which I'm really excited about. But I've put 30 minutes of movement because I don't want to commit to an outdoor 45-minute workout every day, especially in winter. That's just not going to happen. But 30 minutes of movement could be walking, it could be stretching, it could be yoga, or anything just moving my body. And that's more important to me during winter, is just moving my body. And then my last one is read 10 pages. I absolutely love reading. In 2022, I read non-stop. I read so many books and I enjoyed it so much. And then 2023 rolled around and it just put me in the biggest reading slump ever. I don't think I read one single book from cover to cover in 2023, which is crazy to me. I bought books, I started books, I was excited about books that have come out, and I couldn't bring myself mentally to sit down and do it. So this one on here is really just to is really for my little self, is to start doing something that I know that I love. I've put 10 pages as a minimum, purely because I don't want to set, again, too lofty of a goal. But 10 pages, I sat down and read a little bit of this book that my mum's asked me to read. And I read 10 pages in about 10 minutes, if that. And I really enjoyed it. And I thought, oh, well, you know, I should have no problem doing this. And once I get in the reading mode, I can read for hours and hours. So I know that's not going to be a problem. It's just reminding myself every day, even if it is just 10 pages and it takes me 10 minutes, that I need to do it. So yeah, that's my January challenge. I'll link the template in the bottom from Canva. It was just I'm pretty sure it was one of their free ones. I just edited it and printed it out. It's on my whiteboard upstairs in the office so I can see it. But yeah, that is my goals for the month of January. They're the things that I want to achieve, the habits that I want to put in place. Reading both fiction and non-fiction. This one is You Can't Afford the Luxury of Negative Thinking. It's an old book. I want to say early 2000s. My mum's had it for a long time. You can tell by the colour of the colour of the book. But yeah, that I'm reading currently, and I'm also reading Fourth Wing. Got about halfway when the book first came out because I was really enjoying it. And I then just put it down and haven't picked it back up. So that's my goal. Read this and read Fourth Wing kind of, you know, consecutively. But yeah, that is basically what I want for the month of January. And I just want to put some things in place and have them in place for when I'm having bad days as well. Because when I'm having bad days, everything just goes out of the window and you don't feel good. The last thing you want to do is pick up a book or go outside or drink a litre of water. It's just not what you want to do. But hopefully once I get in a little bit of routine, those things won't be so difficult on the hard days. Another thing that I'm wanting to just incorporate is writing things down. So I'm a big notebook person. I buy lots of pens, I buy cute notebooks, I do all that stuff. So I have lots of them, but I struggle to use them and I think a lot. I have a lot of just stuff that runs through my mind all the time and it's really hard to sort out the jumble. And the only way that I can do that is by writing things down. Just in general this year, just write more things down. Write to-do lists, write notes, write just random stuff so that I don't forget it, because everyone, I'm sure, likes to think that they'll remember, but I never remember, and I need to just start writing stuff down. I picked up this, I'll open the cover so you can see it, but that's just a post-it. I bought this in the range yesterday. It's just, I think it was maybe £2, possibly not even that. It's a notebook all in one, but it's got a weekly planner, It's got a to-do list and it's got a notebook, like a lined notebook section as well, which is absolutely perfect. I can literally do everything that I need to do all in one, relatively small. It's not super thick. I should have bought maybe one more because I can't imagine it's going to last very long. But it's really small. It's, you know, it's perfect size and it's got everything that I need in it. It saves me having to think, oh, I need a notebook and I need a to-do list and I need a diary. It's got all them things in it and that's exactly what I needed. So I've already written my weekly plan for this week. I've written a small to-do list for today because it's my day off from work. And then I've got the notebook and I've not written anything in it yet, but I will. And I think that that's those little things that you need in life, is to be excited about a notebook or to go and walk around the range and buy candles and other random stuff like I did yesterday. And that's what I need. And that's what I need to keep in mind for January, is do the little things that are going to make it easier to get through the month. Now that I've kind of chatted out January, I do want to just run over some general goals that I've got for 2024. And again, I'm not putting them down to they need to be done by a certain time, they need to be done by whenever, because that's not how goals work. And especially for me, I need to know that I can't set something for 6 months' time, because if 6 months' time comes up and it's not done, I'll be really, really upset about it. And that's not what I need. So for 2024, I want to travel. I travelled in 2023 and I want to do that again in 2024. I want to go to Bali. That's really one of the big goals that I've got. I want to go to Bali for a month or two. I want to go on a girls' trip with my cousins and my sister, which would be just so lovely. So that's another thing that I want to do. I want to go to Lisbon. My parents absolutely love Lisbon, and it's one of those places that I just want to go. I just want to travel, and I want to go back to Madeira. I had an amazing time in Madeira. It is such a beautiful island, and I want to go back and spend some more time there. So yeah, I want to travel. I want to learn how to drive. It's something that I've been putting off for such a long time because I'm so afraid of driving. I struggle with telling my left from my right, honestly. And it's something that stresses me out so much, but it needs to be done. I need to learn how to drive. I need to just be able to be more independent. I mean, I'm quite an independent person as it is, but being able to drive just takes it to another level. I want to limit my spending this year. So I moved in with my parents in September. And obviously not having rent, not having any home expenses other than the rent that I pay my mum, which covers everything, covers my food, everything, which I'm really, really grateful for. And obviously I've got little bits of expenses I pay for, you know, the bits that come out of my bank account, my gym, my phone, etc. But in comparison to running a household alone, I should have a fair bit of money left over, and I've just been spending, which I'm not angry at myself for, because I wasn't in a position to be able to do that before. I didn't have a lot of money left over at the end of the month. I was really careful with how I spent my money before, so I've not been annoyed with myself for being able to spend, and I'm really happy with the purchases I've made. I bought a Coach bag, I've bought my first handbag, I've bought some nice shoes, I've bought some things that I really, really love. But I need to be more, I need to be more intentional with my spending in 2024. I would like to buy some more high quality things. I'd like to buy some more bags, I'd like to buy some more shoes, but I want to buy high quality and I want to be intentional about the things that I buy. If I see something I like, hold off, see if I do actually like it, and then if I still can't stop thinking about it, then I will purchase it. And I think that's how I need to go into 2024, so that I can save money, so that I can travel, so that I can go away, so that I can do all the other things that I want to do, because they're expensive. So yeah, they're basically my goals, aspirations for 2024. They're not too lofty for myself, I don't think. And yeah, they're things that are going to benefit my life. They're things that are going to make 2024 enjoyable. Yeah. And that's what I need. I need 2024 to be a good year, and I know that sounds really... I've been talking this whole time about not setting lofty goals, but I need it to go better than 2023 did. And it's only going to go better if I make it go better. So that's what I need to remember. I can't imagine there's going to be much that I edit out of this video other than the pauses where my dog has been whining in the kitchen. He can hear me talking about him, so he's come galloping to the gate. Here is to 2024 going better. I think that's me. I think I'm done. Thank you guys for being here. I know I've rambled for a very long time, but it's felt nice to just sit and have a catch up and talk it out. And I think that's what I needed. I needed to talk it out. So thank you. And love you guys so much. I will see you next week. And yeah, bye.